Hallelujah. Y'all, we are more than overcomers. More than an overcomer. So throughout all of this stuff that is going on, all of these persecutions and tribulations and trials, the purpose of this one is to let you know that we are more than overcomers because of him who loves us. Hallelujah. And so I come to you as a watchman. I come to you as a proclaimer. I come to you to announce the good news. The good news is that through our belief, we can overcome the wiles of the devil because of him who died for us so that we might live in him. More than overcomers. Hallelujah. Let's start it off in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. The righteous live by belief. Hallelujah. Habakkuk, chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. I stand at my watch and station myself on the watchtower and wait to see what he says to me and what to answer when I'm approved. And Yahuwah answered me and said, write down the vision and inscribe it on the tablets so that he who reads runs. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, and it speaks of the end and does not lie. And if it lingers, wait for it shall certainly come and shall not delay. See, he whose being is not upright, in him is puffed up, but the righteous one lives by his steadfastness. Hallelujah. So steadfastness is equal to the word faith, and faith is equal to the word belief. The righteous one lives by his belief. Barak Yahuwah. Now let's go to Romans chapter 10. Romans chapter 10. So the righteous one lives by his belief, and this belief only comes about from hearing and hearing and hearing the words of Yahuwah Elohim. Romans chapter 10, verses 13 through 18. Everyone who calls on the name of Yahuwah shall be saved. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without one proclaiming? Hallelujah. So as I said before, I'm here proclaiming the good news. I'm here proclaiming the words of Elohim, that we are more than overcomers because of him who loves us. 15. And how shall they proclaim if they are not sent? As it has been written, how pleasant are the feet of those who bring the good news of peace, who bring the good news of the good. However, not all obeyed the good news, for Yashayahu says, Yahuwah, who has believed our report. So then, belief comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of Elohim. Hallelujah. So this belief It is coming from hearing and hearing and hearing the word of Yahuwah. That is what builds up our belief. Our belief in what? That we can stand strong and be as more than overcomers. Hallelujah. Let's go to Matthew 24. What are we trying to overcome? The thing that we're overcoming, y'all, is perilous times. The thing that we're overcoming is the beginning of sorrows. The things that we are preparing to overcome is the end of this age. Let's read about that. Matthew chapter 24. Brother Yashar, start at verse 3. The end of the age.
Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the taught ones came to him separately, saying, Say to us, when shall this be? And what is the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? And YAHUSHA answering said to them, Take heed that no one leads you astray.
So the very first thing is warning about deception. Hallelujah. Verse 5.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and they shall lead many astray.
I am the Messiah. That word Messiah is equivalent to the word Christ, and the word Christ means anointed, anointed one. So many shall come in his name, saying that they are anointed, and shall lead many astray. Signs of the end. Verse 6.
And you shall begin to hear of fightings and wars and reports of fightings and wars. See that you are not troubled, for these have to take place, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, so we should be able to look and see wars and rumors of wars, fightings and reports of fightings. Can you see it? Hallelujah. Let's look at this verse 7.
For nation shall rise against nation, and reign against reign.
All right, pause there. When you look at this word nation, it literally means ethnos. Ethnos. Look at this. Look at this right here. It says, and nation is the Greek word ethnos. Ethnos. Probably from a ethnos, a race. Race. Ethnicities. Ethnicities. So you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and ethnos shall rise against ethnos. Ethnicity shall rise against ethnicity. We can see that going on right now. This nation, Babylon, America, is stirring the pot for a racial war. Ethnos against ethnos. Can you see it? And then it says, and reign against reign. Look at this. Let's see what reign is. Reign is kingdom. But look at this. It says, one of the definition is rule or a realm. A realm. Realm shall go against realm. the spiritual attacks. So it's not just talking about countries, fighting countries, but it's also talking about a war from the kingdom of darkness realm and the kingdom of light realm. Hallelujah. You see it? That's why we have an increase in the spiritual attacks, along with the race division and along with the countries fighting each other. These are the signs of the end. Hallelujah. So with all of that understanding, number 7, it reads, in nation or ethnos shall rise against nation or ethnos, and reigns or kingdoms, spiritual and physical, shall rise against kingdoms, realm against realm. And there shall be scarcity of food, deadly diseases, and earthquakes in various places. These are all the beginning of sorrows. We are all seeing the birth pains of these things going on right there. Hallelujah. Verse 9.
It says, then they shall deliver you up to affliction and kill you, and you shall be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many shall stumble, and they shall deliver up one another and shall hate. And many false prophets shall rise up and lead many astray. And because of the increase in lawlessness, the love of many shall become cold.
The cold heart. The cold heart. No love for one another. No compassion for one another. These are all the beginning and the signs of this end of the age. Hallelujah. Number 13.
But he who shall have endured to the end shall be saved.
We gotta endure. We gotta endure. We are more than overcomers. He has given us more than enough to endure through his blood. Hallelujah. This is the good news that we are proclaiming. 14.
And this good news of the reign shall be proclaimed in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come.
Hallelujah. So the good news must be proclaimed to all the nations, and then the end shall come. Barak Yahuwah. Let's go to Romans chapter 8. Because he has made us more than overcomers to be able to survive those things that we just read about. Romans chapter 8, verse 16. We are more than overcomers because of him who loves us. You know, we are his children. And as his children, we're going to go through sufferings. We're going to go through trials. We're going to go through tribulations. They must come. But we must endure as his children, more than overcomers. Romans chapter 8, verses 16. Come on.
The Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of Elohim. And if children, then also heirs, truly heirs of Elohim, and co-heirs with the Hamashiach, if indeed we suffer with him, in order that we also be exalted together.
Hallelujah. So we're going to suffer. We're going to suffer with him so that at his second coming, we will all be exalted together Come on.
Verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the esteem that is to be revealed in us.
Hallelujah. We're going to go through things, y'all. But we are more than overcomers because of him who loved us. Barak Yahuwah. And know that when you are suffering things, that the things that you're going through, it's all working together for his esteem. Let's skip over to verse 28.
Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that all matters work together for good to those who love Elohim, to those who are called according to his purpose.
All things that we go through work together for his good, for those of us who are called according to his purpose. 29.
Because those whom he knew beforehand, he also ordained beforehand to be conformed to the likeness of his Son, for him to be the firstborn among many brothers. And whom he ordained beforehand, these he also called, and whom he called, these he also declared right, and whom he declared right, these he also esteemed.
Yes, from before the foundations of the earth. He has called us beforehand, from before the foundations of the earth. He has already declared us right. Hallelujah. We are more than overcomers, y'all. Come on.
Verse 31. What then shall we say to this? If Elohim is for us, then who is against us?
Who can be against us? Nobody. Because we are more than overcomers. Hallelujah. 32.
Truly, he who did not spare his own Son, but delivered him up on behalf of us all, how shall he not, along with him, freely give us all else? Who shall bring any charges against Elohim's chosen ones? It is Elohim who is declaring right. Who is he who is condemning? It is Messiah who died, and furthermore is also raised up, who is also at the right hand of Elohim, who also makes intercession for us.
Yes. Hallelujah. Come on, number 35.
It says, who shall separate us from the love of the Hamashiach? Shall pressures or distress or persecution or scarcity of food or nakedness or danger or the sword? As it has been written, for your sake we are killed all day long. We are reckoned as sheep of slaughter.
Yes, we are reckoned as sheep going to the slaughter. Number 37.
But in all this, we are more than overcomers through him who loved us.
Through him who what?
Through him who loves us.
Through him who loves us. We are more than overcomers. More than overcomers. Hallelujah. 38.
For that reason, I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor messengers, nor principalities, nor powers, neither the present nor the future, nor height nor depth, nor any creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Elohim, which is in YAHUSHA HaMashiach, our Master.
Hallelujah. Can't nothing separate us. Nothing separate us from him. Not life or death. Not messengers, angels, or principalities, or demonic powers from the past or the future. Nothing can separate us from him. Sickness, disease, shortages of food, persecution. Nothing can separate us from him, because we are more than overcomers through his blood, because of him who loved us. Hallelujah. 1 Peter chapter 5. 1 Peter chapter 5. We are more than overcomers. And more things that I am proclaiming is that he cares about you. He cares about the things that you go through. He cares about the things that you're suffering. He cares about your trials and your tribulations. He cares. And after we have been tried and proven and tested by fire, he will establish us perfect and strengthen our beings. 1 Peter chapter 5, starting in verse 6. We got to first humble ourselves. Humble yourselves then under the mighty hand of Elohim, so that he exalts you in due time. So for right now, we have to be humble, so that in the times in the future, we can be exalted. Verse 7. Cast all your worries upon him, for he is concerned about you. Yahuwah is concerned about us, about the things that you go through, about the things that afflict you. We have to be sober and watch, because our adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour, seeking anyone he can get to devour him. We have to be sober-minded. We have to be watchful, because he's looking for any crack, anything that we do to allow him in, any place that we give him. He's going to come in and attack as a roaring lion to try to devour. Number 9, but if we resist him and stand firm in the belief, know this, that the same hardships that you go through are experienced by your brotherhood throughout this world. The same things you go through are being experienced by your other brothers and sisters. You're not alone. You're not isolated. And Yahuwah cares about you. Verse 10. And the Elohim of all favor, who has called you to his everlasting esteem by YAHUSHA HaMashiach. Look, after you have suffered a while, himself perfect shall establish you and strengthen you and settle you. Hallelujah. After you have suffered a while, after you have been put through the fire, after you have endured through trials, he, YAHUSHA, who is perfect, shall establish, strengthen, and settle your spirit. Hallelujah. He cares about us. Barak Yahuwah. We are more than overcomers because of the blood of the risen Lamb. Barak Yahuwah. Turn to Revelation chapter 12. Revelation chapter 12. Because remember what we just read, it says that the devil is roaming about like a lion, seeking whom he can devour. And soon he's going to be kicked down to this earth, and all hell literally is going to break loose. But we are more than overcomers. Revelation chapter 12, we're going to read that. I'm going to start at verse 7. There came to be fighting in the Shamayim, and Michael and his messengers fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his messengers fought. But they were not strong enough, nor was a place found for them in the heaven any longer. And the great dragon was thrown out, the serpent of old, called the devil and Hasatan, who leads all the world astray. He was thrown to the earth, and his messengers were thrown out with him. Persecution is coming. Greater trials and greater persecutions than the things that we're going through is coming. But I'm here to proclaim the good news that through his blood, we are more than overcomers. Number 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in the Shamayim, now has come the deliverance and the power and the reign of our Elohim and the authority of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brothers, who accuses them before Elohim day and night, has been thrown down. So how do we deal with him? How do we deal with the adversary? How do we deal with the accuser of the brethren? Number 11. They overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb and because of the word of their witness. And they did not love their lives to the death. We are more than overcomers because of his blood. We are more than overcomers because of his love for us. And the witness that we hold of YAHUSHA, and the witness that we proclaim against the devil and his principalities. Not caring about death, because the one we serve has defeated death to the esteem of Yahuwah Elohim. Barak Yahuwah. Because of this, us being overcomers, rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. But woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, knowing that he has little time. Look at this. And when the dragon saw that he had been thrown down to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. He's coming after us. All of the laws and all of the things that you see going on in the news is going to eventually narrow down to us. He has great wrath against us. And he knows that he only has a little time. But we are more than overcomers because of the blood of the Lamb. Hallelujah. Now let's read some promises to those of us who overcome. Turn to chapter 21. Our ultimate reward, when you just break it all down, is we receive our inheritance. An everlasting inheritance is for those of his sons who overcome. Revelation 21, starting in verse 1 through 7, it says, "And I saw a renewed heaven and a renewed earth, for the former heaven and the former earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I, YAHUSHA, saw the set-apart city, the renewed Yerushalayim, coming down out of the heaven from Elohim, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the Shamaim saying, See, the booth of Elohim is with men, and he shall dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Elohim himself shall be with them and be their Elohim. He is our great and exceedingly great reward. We get him and all of the things that come with him. He's concerned about your suffering. Verse 4. And Elohim shall wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there shall be no more death. There shall be no more mourning. There shall be no more crying. And there shall be no more pain. For the former things have passed away. Hallelujah. This is worth enduring the things we go through now. It's not worth comparing to the things that are to come. When he has put away all these things. Number 5, he who was sitting on the throne said, See, I make all matters new. And he said to me, Write, for these words are true and trustworthy. We can trust these things. No matter what you're seeing with your own eyes, you can trust this. Number 6, and Yahuwah said, It is done. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end. And to the one who thirsts, I shall give of the fountain of the water of life, with no payment. Hallelujah. Verse 7. The one who overcomes, shall inherit all this, and I shall be his Elohim, and he shall be my son. Barak Yahuwah. Inheritance to him who overcomes. All esteem to Yahuwah. Let's go to John 16. John chapter 16. This is all done because of YAHUSHA, the Lamb slain, because of his love for us from the foundations of the world. John 16, verses 32 and 33. YAHUSHA has overcame the world. Verse 32. See, the hour is coming and has now come that you are scattered, each one to his own, and leave me alone. Yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These words I have spoken to you, that in me you might have peace. In the world, you will have pressure. You will have trials. You will have tribulations. But take courage, because I have overcome the world. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. We are more than overcomers because of him. Turn over to Matthew 28. Matthew 28, starting at verse 17. And so not only does he care about us, but he wants us also to know that he is with us. He is with us even till the end, if we just believe. Matthew 28, starting at verse 17. And when they saw him, they bowed to him, but some doubted. So that's even showing you that there has always been those amongst us who have little belief. 18, and YAHUSHA came up and spoke to them, saying, all authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Therefore go and make taught ones of all the nations, immersing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Ruach HaKadosh. Verse 20. Teaching them to guard all that I have commanded you, and see, I am with you always, even unto the end of the age. Hallelujah. More than overcomers. Barak Yahuwah. One last one. Turn over to chapter 16. Matthew chapter 16. And I'm going to read verses 18 and 19 to conclude. Not even the gates of hell can prevail. We are more than overcomers. Barak Yahuwah. Matthew chapter 16, starting at verse 18. I also say to you that you are Kapha, and on this rock I shall build my assembly, and the gates of hell shall not overcome it. The gates of hell shall not overcome us. We are more than overcomers. Be his rock. Be his stone that he can trust. And the reward, I shall give you the keys of the reins of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be having been bound in the heavens, and whatever you loosen on earth shall be having been loosed in the heavens. To those who overcome. Hallelujah. We are more than overcomers. More than overcomers. Because of him who loves us. Barak Yahuwah.